Nvidia shares with a big gain yesterday as investors wait for the company to report earnings next week to get a read on the state of AI. Joining us now is Gene Munster, Deepwater Asset Management Managing Partner. Gene, Nvidia is it's kind of the clincher argument for a lot of people who feel as if there's a transparent play on AI. I wonder how broadly applicable it is. We've seen earnings estimates for Nvidia literally double in the last 4 months, whether it's for this fiscal year or next fiscal year. What other tech stocks, if any, are in that category, and how do you think about Nvidia in terms of valuation right now?
Well, we need to think a lot about Nvidia because as Nvidia goes, so goes AI, and so goes the NASDAQ, Mike. And next week, the 23rd, Wednesday the 23rd, is when we're going to get their July report. All eyes are on their data center number. That's an $8 billion expectation. If they exceed that, that's going to send, I think, the broader market higher. I think broader NASDAQ higher. If they come in line, that's going to be a disappointment. Morgan Stanley, of course, out yesterday, pushing the stock up 7%, talking about upside to that data center number. But I want to agree with that analyst and put some context to why I think that this is going to be a good number and why this is a path forward for the NASDAQ in the next few weeks. Is at the very end of June, their CFO was on a Piper Sandler call. That's the last public comments that they have made prior to going into their quiet period. And the question came up related to trade restrictions and tech between the U.S. and China. And her response was, given the strength about demand across the globe, they're not worried about any sort of near-term issues related to trade. That's a pretty powerful comment going into the quiet period, and I think ultimately they're going to deliver on that. And I just want to put one more fine point, Mike, on Nvidia. When we think about AI, you said it best, is that this is the big play related to artificial intelligence. Their business is going to be up 110% plus year over year in the July quarter. Microsoft, which is arguably the second biggest company focused on AI in investors' view, is up 10%. And so this is apples and oranges when it comes to leadership in AI. I do want to answer your question. You talked about valuation. This seems to be a head scratcher given it's up 3x this year. But as you said, the numbers have come up. Right now, it's trading at about 35 times next year's earnings. Yeah. And it's going to grow earnings just over 35%. So that's a one peg. So this shockingly is still reasonably priced given the opportunity.
I guess the bigger picture question, even when it comes to Nvidia, is how much are we seeing a one-time rush of investment for customers to scale up, for basically to build the capacity from scratch, and how much is going to be over the next 5-10 years annual investment at the same magnitude?
So that one-time piece is referred to as training, and there's going to be a lot of that going on. That's probably going to be a 2 or 3 year investment cycle, aggressive investment cycle. So there will be a bigger investment cycle around that. But after we go through the training period, this is basically selling GPUs into the cloud to train these models. There's an inference, and this is basically taking the models and getting some sort of an answer to it. And as the number of queries around AI increase, there's going to be increase in inferences. And so think about this as kind of two waves. One is building the generative cloud, and separately is building the inference opportunity. When you put this together, I think this is 5+ years of growth that they're going to have in front of them.
And you mentioned Microsoft. It's been pretty conspicuous the way the stock has traded off since the results. Nothing really wrong with the numbers, but Microsoft's like 11, 12% off of its high. What does that tell you, I guess, in terms of broader positioning within the big tech stocks here?
I think investors needed a pause. The NASDAQ down 4% since the beginning of August, as you talked about, Microsoft down 10%. I think investors are, when it comes to Microsoft, they've talked a lot about AI over the last few quarters, and understandably so, but it just hasn't translated into results. That up 10% is pretty small compared to what we're seeing with some of the other AI companies, and especially Nvidia. And so I think what it tells us is investors need to be patient. I think that they're reflecting that, and ultimately I think it's going to, for Microsoft to start to see some of the benefits from Copilot, we're probably a year plus away.